Hello from Jihad and the World, a podcast that explores the intersection of Western and Islamic cultures. The author is Mark Silinsky of Kensington Security Consulting, which provides education on national security. It is part of a series titled Europe Has Fallen, Islam, Britain, and the Continent. The author is Mark Silinsky of Kensington Security Consulting, and today's episode focuses on Britain and its challenge of balancing free speech with respect for the sensitivities of the country's Islamic and pro-Hamas communities. Today we head to northern Yorkshire in Britain, where we meet Pete North, a man in his late 40s who has issues with Hamas, Muslims, and Palestine. He is very open and outspoken about his contempt for all three. His tweets, F_Hamas, FK Palestine, and FK Islam, earned him an arrest by the Yorkshire police. It also gained him support from people who share his opinions, and from those who hold on to what little free speech remains in Britain. This is what happened. Peter North posted a meme on social media using the F word 3 times in reference to Hamas, Islam, and Palestine. In response, police knocked on his door at 9:30 on September 25th, 2025, to arrest him and take him to the police station. 2 officers informed him that he was under arrest under Section 19, which relates to spreading racial hatred. One officer explained, "So, you've posted something online that we believe is spreading racial hatred." However, according to North, the police refused to disclose the offending post. Was it on Twitter or Facebook? Responded a policeman, "Well, I can't explain too much. It's just to give you the context beforehand."
What? You're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest.
In the middle of the night, over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately. And off North went to the police station, where he was interrogated. North recalled,
The officer in the interview said, "Well, firstly, let's start with the meme. You posted a meme that said FK Hamas," North claimed.
I said,
"Yeah, I did post a meme that said FK Hamas, because Hamas are a proscribed terrorist organization internationally, including in Britain. Just so we're on the same page, you do know who Hamas are." And he just shook his head.
North continued, claiming the officer was just as clueless when he asked if he knew about the horrors committed by Hamas on October 7th.
He was totally oblivious,
He claimed.
If you're going to arrest people for memes, you probably need to pay more attention to current events.
North was later released without charges after a lengthy interrogation, and has since accused authorities of trying to terrorize people into being politically correct online.
I was held in a holding area for some time before being taken for an interview. During the interview, to my shock and disgust, I had to explain to the interviewing officer what Hamas is. He was completely unaware. It seemed he didn't know what happened on July 10th. One of the questions was, "Do you know who Tommy Robinson is?"
Followed by,
"Are you aware that he was the first person to post this meme?" North responded that he did not believe that is what happened.
North then explained that Hamas is a proscribed terrorist group in the UK. In his words,
"The Palestine flag is the flag of Islamo-leftist revolution, and the agenda it represents is committed to the extermination of Jews. If you want to stand in support of that, you should go to a Muslim country. As it happens, many Muslim countries would lock you up, both for supporting Hamas and for protesting."
North expressed his disgust towards the police, stating,
"I am disgusted by the police, because they could have handled this in an orderly, civil manner, but instead they chose the maximum intrusion, and it was essentially like being treated as an act of terrorism. They were trying to find evidence that I intended to stir up racial hate with it, which is unbelievable. It's crass. The meme itself is controversial, but controversy isn't illegal, and it simply reflects my opinion."
North did not back down. In fact, he doubled down.
"I feel quite strongly that what political cartoons and memes I post on social media is none of the police's business. Nobody should be facing police inquiries for posting memes on Twitter. The whole point of this exercise is not to win convictions. It's to terrorize people like me into thinking twice about posting spicy memes."
North received support on social media. On Jihad Watch, many followers offered comments like these.
Is this communist China? Why do the people here speak English?
From Mihai, I have a genuine question for every police officer in the UK. Is this what your ancestors fought and died for? One said, Hamas is a terrorist group. Are the police defending Hamas now? Lucy asked.
When are the police in the UK going to wear brown shirts? This is the same path followed by the Nazis in late 1930s Germany. The UK is done. Put a fork in it.
Tidi asked.
Since when did Hamas become a race?
Said one Briton. Islam, go home. You're not welcome and never were.
Well, North was released by the police on unconditional bail, but maintains that the tweet in question remains a sentiment I wholly endorse. He continued.
I'm quite shaken by the whole thing right now. I haven't slept and probably won't. I've always known my tweets could be a bit spicy, but being snatched by a goon squad at night for a Hamas meme is just breathtakingly outrageous and absurd. My wife was mortified. She was left alone after I was taken out of the house and was in tears, but she is very stoic and is my rock.
When asked if he regretted his post, he responded,
I don't regret at all expressing my solidarity for the principle of free speech. Not at all, because it was an act of solidarity with Tommy Robinson, who had been hauled over the coals for posting that meme.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Jihad and the World. Our upcoming book, Cauldron of Terror, Hamas, Israel, and the World, will be available for purchase in July 2026. This podcast does not represent the official position of the United States government. Until next time, goodbye from Kensington Security Consulting.